My hair keeps taking Captain America off. See? Stay up there, Captain. You can do it. You work that arm strength. Hello everyone, it is Jazz here. Today I'm going to be doing the over 30 book tag because I feel like doing a book tag. This one's only 6 questions and I'm 33 years old, so you know, I think it's a good match. This tag was created by Ink Not Blood. I will link you to her original video in the description, and without further ado, the over 30 book tag. Number 1, name one of your favorite books that features a protagonist who is 30 years old or older. I'm going to go with a book that I feel like I bring up in almost every tag, but I just really think it's a book that I guess gave me joy when I read it. So it just keeps coming up and it fits a lot of tag things. And I'm going to go with Harold and Maude by Colin Higgins. Of course, the character I'm talking about in this book is Maude, and it's just because she's got like this great, vibrant energy about her. She is living life to the fullest. She's playing her music. She's collecting things. She'll be part of some crazy art piece if you want her to do it. She might steal some cars on her way. I don't recommend doing that, but she's living her best life and she doesn't care if she's an older woman. So I'm going to go with Maude because she just makes me happy. Question 2, name a book that represents who you were when you were younger. Had to think really hard about this, but I decided to go with The Wrinkle in Time and Meg in The Wrinkle in Time in particular. I feel like even though I didn't come from a large family like Meg does because I'm an only child, I do have a lot of the same sort of experiences with interactions with teachers and other kids, and how I didn't approach friendship or schoolwork and things like that in the way that was considered normal. And so I had a lot of not great experiences with fellow classmates, sort of being bullied as Meg sometimes is, and then also not very good experiences with teachers because they didn't understand my approach to things, and so they made me feel like I wasn't very smart, even though I was, because Meg is very smart. She just doesn't approach things in the same way that others do, and so that's what she kind of has to deal with, and I think that's why I related to Meg so much in The Wrinkle in Time. Number 3, name a book that represents where you are in your life now. I'm gonna go with Little Women for this one, another book that shows up in a lot of book tags, but what can I say? It's a good classic book, am I right? So I didn't actually get around to reading Little Women until I was kind of in my mid or late 20s. I'd watched many adaptations of Little Women because I did love it, but I didn't get around to it till my adulthood. So I didn't realize until I actually read the book how much I related to Jo March, particularly since like my late 20s into my 30s. Yet again, I don't have a ton of siblings, but I do think our viewpoint and our approach to things in life were very similar at that time, and I very much related to her career path to a certain extent throughout the book, even though I'm not a writer. I teach dance and musical theater, but you know, there was a point in my life where I kind of didn't know what I was doing with myself, and there's a point in the book where she kind of doesn't know what she's doing with herself, and she's like, well, let me just focus on what's happening right now and just kind of start over, and I really related to that. It was more than just that. There were many things that I related to in terms of her just general personality. I was like, I am Jo March. Number 4, name a book that represents something that has never changed about you. I had to really think about this, and I recently did a devotional sort of Bible study book that I read, and it was called The Weekly Faith Project. I actually read it daily instead of weekly. But I decided to go with this book because I decided that one thing that has never really changed about myself is my faith in God and my viewpoint on that. So I'm going to go with The Weekly Faith Project. And also, it's a good devotional book if you're looking for one. Number 5, name one of your favorite classics. You know that I definitely did want to mention my commonest mentioned tag favorite, which is Anne of Green Gables. but I wanted to break up the monotony and not do that one, do another one that I love. And I'm going to go with Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I do bring this one up quite a lot, but I don't bring it up as much as I do the other one. And I definitely think it deserves some spotlight because I love me some Jane Eyre. I've loved it since I read it the first time when I was 12. It's just bomb, and it's kind of dark and foreboding as well. And I listened to it on audiobook last year, and it was equally as bomb. Highly recommend the Tandy Newton read one. So, Jane Eyre for the win. Last question, name a book you like or would like to read that was published in the year you were born. So, apparently It by Stephen King was published in 1986. Didn't know that, so I am currently rereading this. I say currently because I feel like I've been on page 200 of it for forever, literally since last year. But it's just because I've been distracted by other books and I just haven't had time to really sit down and focus on this ginormous tome. But someday in the century, I will complete my reread of it. I do remember quite liking it the first time I read it, probably like 16 or 17 years ago. So I'm comforted in saying that I still like this book and that I hope that I will equally enjoy my reread of it if I ever finish it. We'll see. We'll see if I end up just starting this over. But, you know, I think I remember where I am with this. I'm reading a lot of books at the same time, guys, so bear with me. Someday I will finish my reread of it. Those were my answers to the over 30 book tag. If you're over 30 and you want to do this book tag, I tag you. Also, drop me a comment below about anything that you want to talk about this video. I don't care what it is, just drop me a comment because I love to hear from you guys. And if you so choose, you know, like and all those thingamabobs. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all soon with some other stuff. Bye!